Hi friends, it's Peggy Noe from Pretty Paper Cards at prettypapercards.com. Thanks for popping in today. I wanted to take just a minute to show you a sweet little note that you can make for any occasion. And truthfully, it's good to have these on hand for anything that might come up where you'd like to send a little note. Today's card is made with our Whisper White note cards and envelopes, and you get 20 cards and 20 envelopes. It's really a great bargain. You can pop these in the mail at any time for anything. And I'm thinking actually of people who just need a little bit of encouragement, need to know that you're thinking about them. And the stamps that I've used for today for the flower and the leaves is our Healing Hug stamp set. I really love this stamp set. This rose here I think is so beautiful. It's one of our distinctive stamps, which means that it makes such a good impression. And I'm going to show you, looking back at the card, I've used Gorgeous Grape ink on this rose. And look at all the dimension and the shading that you get in there. And it's not colored by hand at all. It's simply stamped one time with Gorgeous Grape ink. It's what is so neat about our distinctive stamps. And the same with the leaves. These are the leaves from the set. And look how one is lighter than the other. I didn't do anything. They're both on one stamp. And they just come out with a vein showing and all this wonderful shading. It's a really great stamp set. And what I've done here is I have fussy cut. There is no punch or framelits dies to cut these out with, but it's just not that hard to use your paper snips. Here are Stampin' Up! Paper snips that I use. They're very sharp, they're terrific, and I just cut that beautiful rose out, and then I cut the little leaves out. I've adhered the leaves with Tombow multi-purpose glue, and the rose I've adhered with Stampin' Dimensionals. Now, the one thing I have to say is the sentiment I think is just perfect, just a note. And it really wasn't with that set, but I liked it so much. It's from our Wishing You Well set, which is available in our Holiday 2018 catalog. And I'm hoping it carries over. I love the font on these sentiments, and I really like this just a note sentiment. So I stamped that on just a little 1/2-inch piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I cut that little flagged end myself. I just cut in with my paper snips, cut in the center, and then came from the corners to the center. I just did that by hand. It's real easy and it turns out great. Now, just to give a little focus to the card, I've added underneath a square and an oval cut from our stitch shape framelits. And I love these framelits because look at that little stitching around the edge of each one. The square is cut out of Old Olive cardstock, and the oval again is the Whisper White. The ink here on the leaves and on the sentiment is Old Olive. That's what I love so much about Stampin' Up! Is that you can cut the leaves, have the matching paper and the matching ink, and the whole card coordinates. I just love that. And I was thinking before I made this video that for the holiday season, it might be nice to make a red flower using maybe our Real Red or our Cherry Cobbler inks. This is just a classic note, and I'm actually thinking of making about 10 of these and just having them on hand for when someone goes through a hard time, or I just want to check and see how someone is doing, which does occur around the holiday season. So I just wanted to pop on today and give you that a quick and easy note card design. So I hope you come back, find me on my blog at prettypapercards.com. That's where I post the most. You can also find me on Instagram, Pretty Paper Cards, and Facebook, Pretty Paper Cards. So I look forward to seeing you on one of those other platforms, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for popping in.